Hello friends, Music Man from his man cave, and today we're going to talk about pro football. This year, it's weird. Let's talk about it, shall we? I've about had it with these millionaires playing this silly game, acting like children, and the gambling that goes on. The gambling that goes on with this game. It's supposed to be just a fun, silly game, but it's not. I saw grown men last night kissing a silver trophy. Kissing a trophy. That's weird behavior. I've won some ribbons and a lot of things in my life and accomplished many goals, but I've never kissed anything like that. And just the silliness of the game. Let's just talk here for a second. I'm just going to ask some questions. How come it's called the World Championship, yet only the United States gets to play? I'm sure that the Chinese would have a great football team. I mean, I'd love to see the North Korean football team. Russia might come up with a pretty good football team. It's not the World Championship. It's the National Championship. Oh, oops, that's taken. How come it's called pass interference when that's what a cornerback's supposed to do? They're supposed to interfere with the pass. That call makes no sense to me, and it's extremely inconsistent. How come there's holding every play, but they only call it once in a while when it's convenient? Watch replay footage. There's always holding. Unless it's almost a mugging, they didn't call it last night. It's true. How come when a defensive player goes helmet forward towards somebody, it's a penalty? And it's unsafe. But when the running back or quarterback or wide receiver or anybody else goes helmet first towards somebody, it's never a penalty. Silly game. How come last night when Edelman pushed off, picking on the rookie Simon, they didn't call it, they didn't catch the push off when it's right there on film for everybody to see? Shouldn't wide receivers be able to push off anyway? But shouldn't cornerbacks be able to, shouldn't they be able to just play? Why doesn't the quarterback just wear a dress? That way they know that they're not supposed to touch him. A nice pink dress. Or he could wear his football uniform and have a tutu. Why does he even need to wear a uniform? If he didn't have a helmet on or anything, they knew they'd have to be really gentle with him. Therefore, that would keep him from going helmet to helmet. So I think the quarterback should wear a dress. That way that, it'll be safer that way. If the game is so safe, as the NFL claims, why do they have to wear uniforms in the first place? Why don't they just play with no uniforms? In fact, why don't they change it to flag football? Okay, and have these bright neon flags, neon colors. Neon green for one team and neon pink for the other one. You don't want them looking like the penalty flags. Why are the referees so inconsistent? How come Detroit Lions really beat Dallas, but the referee stepped in and fixed that? Dallas really beat Green Bay, but the referees got that wrong. And then Green Bay really beat Seattle. And then Seattle really beat the Patriots. Is it just me? Or is this whole game like a joke? I'm just asking some questions here. Just some basic questions. How come a safety isn't worth more points? I mean, it's really hard to do, and it's rare in football, so shouldn't it be worth like 9 points? Why is a guy kicking a football through the uprights only 3 points? Shouldn't it be worth more than making a touchdown since it's called football and not handball? It's like they made up this game is completely made up. It's a completely made up game, and nobody knows what the crud they're doing out there. The pass interference penalties, they get right only half the time. Those should be thrown out. They're a complete joke. Guys can't even play the game the way that it should be played. It's a violent game, and it should be able to be played violently if it's going to be played. It shouldn't be... And then how about these grown men that are making millions of dollars breaking into fights? Is that really a great example for our children today? And how does all this affect your money? Well, it can affect your health. I don't like the way that it makes me feel. Whether a team wins or loses, I don't like the way pro football makes me feel. And the commercials were offensive to me. Well, not all of them. The puppy one was adorable, but most of them are just obtuse and weird, and are they losing their ability to make good commercials? Somebody share with me. Somebody talk to me, because this is insane. This game is a silly game. And it seems like winning it is more luck than actual skill. I don't know. It's probably partially luck and skill, but I'm losing interest in it. I don't know if there's anyone out there that feels like me, but I'm losing interest in it. I think I might try a little more college ball. But even that's starting to get really, how do you say it? They're selling their soul in the colleges too. Football. I'd rather see more soccer on TV, personally. You know, maybe some other sport. American football, to me, is getting really, really controversial. Two of the most cheating coaches last night were put on the biggest stage in the world to be celebrated when they're both cheaters. And people say, well, all the coaches are cheaters. Well, all the more the point. If all the coaches in the NFL are cheaters, should we really be putting them up on a big pedestal and glorifying them? Come on. This is just getting silly. I would sure like some radical changes to come in the NFL. The spousal abuse thing is bad. Now, the Deflategate, I don't know. Indianapolis couldn't have beat the Patriots with a wiffle ball. But there is a lot of things to be said about integrity. Integrity. Our professional football league is losing its integrity. It's not what it used to be. And it sure isn't good for alcoholics promoting all that beer. So I'm sorry, but I'm losing the faith, folks. Somebody tell me down below why I should keep watching this stuff, this drivel, this silly nonsense. And why would you ever pay cable bills or anything to watch this absolute nonsense? When I was a child, I thought I was a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. I find the game of football to be very childish, and it turns grown men into little children. Share your opinions with me down below. What do you think? Is anything I'm saying making any sense? I'd sure like to know. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to watch the NFL next year. I think I might take naps. I like the crowd noise. But it's becoming like a lot of things to me. I'm losing interest in it. And I think there just comes a point where you say, this is a silly game. The referees are inconsistent. They should be calling penalties a lot more than they are. A lot more than they are. That wouldn't frustrate us then when they call a penalty. They should not accept holding. Isn't that what the offensive line is doing? Aren't they holding the defense from getting to the quarterback? It doesn't make any sense. It's only holding when you hold out your arm? What? Well, they did that all the time last night and it wasn't called. Watch a replay of it one day. You'll see what I'm saying is true. You also see that what used to be touchdowns way back in the past weren't touchdowns at all. Calvin Johnson did catch that ball, and the guy that plays for the Dallas Cowboys, don't know his name. He's some important wide receiver. He did catch that ball. I saw the play. He tried to get it into the end zone, and ended up almost having to catch it twice. I guess you have to catch it twice for it to count. See ya. Bye.